Good morning. Bit of a different background this morning. Okay, so today we're going to focus on some spinal movement to help you wake up your body. So I know that personally when I wake up, I'm usually feeling quite stiff in my back. And so today we'll be working on some movements to help to improve your mobility there. Let's start in a seated position. So any comfortable seat, either cross-legged or kneeling even, or you could sit up on your cushion. Rolling the shoulders back and down, tipping your head side to side, starting to roll out any tension in your neck, in your shoulders. Just beginning to tune into your breath. Taking deep breaths in through your nose. And deep breaths out. You can place your right hand over your belly and left hand over your chest. Spread your fingers so that you can really use your hands to feel into the three different parts of your lungs. You've got your belly, your ribs, and then your chest. So as you breathe in, you're filling up into the belly, followed by the ribs. Finally, filling up into the chest. And when you exhale, you're emptying from your chest, from your ribs, and then your belly. Inhale into the belly, into your ribs, into your chest. And exhale from your chest, ribs, belly. Just 2 more rounds like this, trying to really expand into your lungs, especially that rib cage, feeling it expand outwards. And then you can slowly now bring your hands back onto your knees. And then begin to blink your eyes open. Okay, so now I'm going to start to warm up into the back body, along the spine. Let's start to lean our shoulders and chest over towards the right side. Your hips stay where they are. And then you're going to push the chest forward, kind of like a cow pose, where you're arching through the lower back. Keep drawing that circle, bringing your shoulders, your chest over towards your left, and then you're going to lean all the way back, rounding into your spine, trying to separate the shoulder blades, looking towards the belly button. And then complete that circle, come all the way back around. Okay, and let's do 5 more rounds in this direction. So big, wide, circular movements here with your back, with the chest, the shoulders. I'm just starting to feel into any clicks or cracks in the hips. Anywhere along your back or your spine. In the shoulders. In your neck. Any tension that's accumulated over the night. When you have drawn 5 circles, or 6 in total, in this direction, we're just going to swap and go in the opposite direction. So you're leaning back first, over towards your left, and then pushing the chest forward, and then all the way back around. Five more in this direction. Maintaining those deep breaths, breathing into all three chambers of your lungs. It doesn't really have to be 6 circles, so if you lose count, don't worry, just stopping whenever you are feeling a bit more open, when you're ready to move on. And coming back to the center. Roll the shoulders back and down a few times. Okay, and then now let's switch the cross of the legs. So you're bringing your other leg in front or on top. And we're going to come into a few side stretches. So you're going to bring your left arm out to the side. Sweep the right arm up and then walk your bottom hand a little further away as you bring the top arm overhead, tip over towards the side. Look up towards your head. Keep pressing the opposite hip down. Feel a stretch along the whole side body. And draw the top shoulder back. Stay here for the inhale. And the exhale, relaxing the shoulders. The next inhale, use your top arm to guide you up. Exhale to bring your right hand down. Sweeping the left arm up and tipping over towards the right side. Lifting the chest, roll the top shoulder back. Gaze up. Keep pressing the opposite hip down. Now let's make this a bit more of a flow. So as we inhale, this time we're going to sweep the arm forward. So it's like you're drawing a little half circle here. And reaching forward with your fingertips. Bringing your left hand over towards the left. Sweep the right arm forward and then reaching it up overhead. Okay, and then again, sweeping your right arm forward, drawing a big circle over towards the right side. Left arm reaches overhead. So inhale to reach forward. Exhale to tip to the side, lifting the chest. Inhale, reaching forward, starting to feel that stretch into the lower back there as well. And continuing into the side of the body. Let's do 2 more rounds each side. Don't rush it, just moving in time with that breath. One more time. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale, sweep that right arm up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, and slowly coming all the way back. And once again, you can roll the shoulders back and down. Tip your head side to side. Let's come into our tabletop position now. You can roll over your knees or just sit over to one side to come up. And you're spreading through those fingers, pressing down into your hands. Take a few sways of your hips side to side, looking towards your left heel, your right heel, feeling the stretch into the side body, still into the sides of your neck. And then let's move through our cat-cows. Feel free to pad up underneath your knees if you need extra padding there for the knees. I'm going to inhale to lift the tailbone up, arching through that lower back. Noticing how this movement feels now here. Trying to open across the chest a little more. Maybe you're already feeling a little warmer from those flows before. Exhale to tuck the tailbone under, rounding into your back body. Pressing upper back towards the ceiling, chin to the chest. 5 rounds like this. Inhale. Trying to lengthen the spine. Tailbone reaching up, chest reaching forward. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, upper back pressing towards the sky. Just doing as many rounds of these movements as feels good. Noticing any clicks or cracks anywhere along that back, along the spine. You can come back to center and come into your child's pose for a moment with your knees wide, big toes touching. You're sitting those hips back towards the heels, stretching your arms forward. Try to relax your head and your neck. Relaxing your shoulders and really trying to sink your chest down. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then slowly now make your way back up. Okay, let's come into our thread the needle. So we're going to bring the right hand underneath the shoulder so that we can press down into the hand. Lift the left arm up on the inhale. Look up towards your hand. Exhale now to thread the arm through. So your left arm threading underneath, bringing your left shoulder, left ear to the mat. Stretch into the shoulders here, stretching along the arm. Bit of a twist as well, but getting into that thoracic spine. You can just keep this right hand here. Otherwise now you can walk your right hand forward, stretching through the right fingertips and trying to sink your chest down towards your arm and towards the mat. Okay, so it's like you're lifting the hips, lifting the tailbone, but at the same time, melting the chest down, melting this right shoulder down. So that you can feel that stretch into your thoracic spine, your upper back. Bit of a deeper stretch into the shoulders there as well. Also by lifting the hips up, we're lengthening into the lower back. 3 breaths here. And then either staying longer, or you can slowly walk your right hand back to push yourself up. And then come to that second side. Taking your time, shaking it out if you need to. Okay, and then pressing into the left hand, bring your right arm up, look up towards your hand, exhale to thread the arm through, bringing your right shoulder through, and right shoulder down. Relaxing your head and your neck. Maybe just staying here, or you can walk your left hand forward. Relaxing the shoulder down, sink your chest. Keep your hips lifted. Feeling that stretch along your arms and your shoulders, along this other side of your upper back and lower back. Breaths. And then either staying longer or slowly pressing back down into your left hand, coming back to center. And again, you can shake it out. Maybe coming back to your child's pose for a moment. And you can be wide or together. And arms can reach forward, or it might feel nice to just bring your arms beside your legs, letting the shoulders round forward. Okay, now let's come into this kneeling position here. Okay, if kneeling is uncomfortable, you can roll up your mat, you can sit over to one side, you could place a cushion or a bolster or a pillow underneath you, so you could be straddling it, or you could place it on top of your calves there and just sit on it and just see what feels comfortable for you. Okay, but we're settling into the seated position and beginning to find a gentle twist. Also a few more sort of flowing movements into our spine. So let's start with the twist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, and then bring your right hand either just behind you on the mat if you can reach, or on your bolster or your cushion if you're sitting on it. If you've got nothing there for your fingers, you can wrap this arm around your back. Okay, and then you're also going to get a stretch into the inside of the arm and the shoulder. So we're sitting up nice and tall, crown of head lifting up on the inhale. When we exhale, we're going to twist and turn the chest towards the right. So starting to get that gentle wringing out of the spine and looking towards your right shoulder. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further. And then slowly coming back to center. And let's just switch sides. Bringing your right hand to the outside of your thigh, left hand just behind you, or wrapping your arm around your lower back. Sitting up tall on the inhale. Exhale to twist. Looking towards your left shoulder. So you're stretching all the way from your neck and your throat, down along your upper spine and lower spine. One more breath. And then slowly coming back to center and releasing here. You can shake out your wrists and your shoulders. Okay, and then now a final sort of fluid movement in this position anyway. We're going to interlace the fingers, flip the hands up, press your hands up towards the ceiling. And then similar to what we did before in the other cross-legged position, we're going to do little circles here with the ribs. Try to think of drawing circles with your palms. So we're opening across the chest, along the arms and the shoulders here as well. But also just opening a little more into that spine. Trying to draw wide circles here with the hands. Drawing the circles with your rib cage as well. And then going in the opposite direction. Okay, and then coming all the way back through center. You can sit off your bolster or pillow or whatever you're sitting on now, or just lift your heels, lift your hips away from your heels. And let's make our way down onto our belly. We're going to find the little spinal movements, the Cobra Flow from yesterday. So you're bringing your feet together. You're going to come up onto the fingertips. Press into the tops of the feet. Press into your fingertips. Lift the chest. Lift your belly. Remember, you can bring your hands further forward if this back bend feels too strong. Breathing here for one breath. Feeling that stretch into the lower back. And exhale to lower down. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale, pressing into the hands. Bring your hands either further back or further forward to adjust how deep you want to go into the back bend. Keep your legs active, pressing into the tops of the feet, engaging your thighs and your glutes. Exhale to make your way down. 3 more rounds. In. And exhale. In. And exhale. Okay, and then now just take a moment to release your arms beside your body. Turn your head to one side. And then we're going to come for a second round. This time, you've got an option either to just stay in your Sphinx pose, staying on your elbows. Maybe this back bend is already enough for you today. Otherwise, you've got an option to come into your full cobra with your palms flat against the mat. Remember, you're pressing into the tops of the feet, engaging through the legs. Lifting the chest. Relax the shoulders. Try to open across the collarbones. Breathing into that deeper back bend. Breathing into the space in your lower back, in your lumbar spine. This lower back is a place where we tend to store a lot of tension, especially with long hours seated or standing. Now you can just hold here in this back bend, or we can add a little twist. Remember to keep checking in that you're not feeling any pinching or compressing in your lower back. Slowly turn your head towards your right shoulder. You're going to feel a stretch into the side of the neck, but as you look a little further back towards your heel, you're going to feel that deeper stretch. Also feel a bit of a twist into your spine, into the left side body. And then you're coming back to center. And when you exhale, turn your head towards your left shoulder, looking towards your left heel, stretching into the other side of your neck, the other side of your spine, the other side of your waist. One more round each side, looking back on the exhale. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to come to the other side. And come back to center. And exhale to release. Finding that resting pose again. Arms beside the body, turn your head the other way. Finally, we're going to finish in our down dog for the most active sort of pose today. Let's tuck the toes under, sit your hips back towards your heels as you stretch your arms forward. Stay here for a moment, feeling into the hips, feeling across your back, especially after all those back bends. You might want to stay here longer, just to release that back body. Otherwise, if you feel ready, you can come into your downward facing dog. Lifting your knees, lift those hips back and up. You can start to pedal out the feet, keeping a bend in the knees. First stand out of the day, perhaps you're feeling particularly stiff there in the backs of the legs. Just keep those knees really bent. You can still press the heels down one at a time to start to stretch into the calves, into your heels and Achilles. You can shake the hips out left and right as well, feeling the stretch into the side body. Lifting those hips up, stretching across your back and your arms and your shoulders. Okay, and then a final twist here. We're going to stay in our down dog here. Grab a hold of the outside of your right calf with your left hand. Okay, so we're going to press down a lot into this right hand, gripping down. And then you can lift your left hand. You can keep your knees really bent with the hamstrings as high. Bring your left hand to the outside of that leg. It might just be your knee if you can't quite reach. You might even be able to reach further down. Okay, you can keep your heels lifted, keep the knees bent, or if you want a deeper stretch into your hamstrings, a deeper twist, you can keep your legs relatively straight or try to work on pressing the heels down. Scoop your belly in, and then when you exhale, see if you can turn your chest up towards the right armpit and looking up towards your right armpit, feeling that twist there. Challenging your balance, building strength, twisting along the spine. And then come back through center. Press down into your left hand, grounding down. Probably feeling quite warm, a little bit shaky. Keep pressing into the hand. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee or your calf. Again, you can bend your knees or you might reach down further with your right hand. Lower belly in. Exhale, turn that chest towards your left armpit. Look up towards your left armpit. Breathe. And then slowly come back through center. And you can lower those knees down. Child's pose, knees together or wide. Arms can be in front. You can have your arms underneath your head like a pillow, or arms just beside your body. Take a few rocks side to side. And slowly making your way back up. Catching your breath. You can close your eyes down. Breathing in and out through your nose, or even sighing out each breath. Sit over to one side and bring your legs out in front of you. You can give those legs a good shake. And then we're going to hug the knees in towards the chest now. Just give yourself a really big squeeze. Wrapping those arms around the knees, chin to the chest. Feeling that stretch along the back of your neck. Curling up into a little ball, you might feel the stretch continuing along the top of your spine, down along your back. And you can take little movements with your head side to side. Releasing any stiffness in that neck. Decompressing. Also rounding through the lower back after the back bending and the twisting. Let's finish with one final gentle twist. Try to sit up tall. Pull the lower belly in towards your lower back. Keep your left arm wrapped around your knees. Bring the right hand behind you. Okay, so it's like the chest and the crown of the head are lifting up, always lengthening on inhale. If this is too close, you can bring your feet further away, further forward. Exhale to twist, turning your chest. You can use your left hand to pull your knees across your body so that you can turn your chest a little more. Twist it a little deeper into that lower back and along the spine. So you can always control how deep you go in these movements in every single pose. 3 breaths. And then slowly coming back through your center. Wrapping your arms, your right arm around your knees, and then the left hand behind you. Sit up tall first on the inhale, and then exhale, twist. Feeling the stretch along the other side of your back. Look towards your left shoulder. Three breaths. And then coming back through center, and you can once again just wrap both thumbs around your knees, giving yourself a little squeeze, head swing side to side. And eventually sitting all the way back up. So I hope your back is feeling a little bit more open, a little bit more warmed up now. So if you've got a full day ahead of sitting or standing, remember to take regular breaks throughout the day to just stretch it out. Or you can do this even at the end of the day after all of your work. As usual, let me know if you have any questions, any comments. see you tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing a full body flow tomorrow morning to get our body nice and warmed up and toasty. See you then.